Welcome to Sioux Falls Christian. Tonight's game between the Madison Bulldogs and the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. This is a girl-boy doubleheader, so the boys will follow. Madison comes into this game with a record of 3 wins and 5 losses. Sioux Falls comes into the record of 8 wins and 1 loss. Tonight's starters for the Madison Bulldogs will be Audrey Nelson, a 6-foot junior guard. Ella Paterins, a 5'7 junior guard, number 4. Number 13, Carly Lertz, a 5'8 junior forward. Zoe Gary, a 6-foot senior guard. And Cheyenne Wallingbull, a 6-foot senior forward. Madison is coached by Maxine Uttenbrunner. Assistant coaches Tyler Tapp and Nikki Troxel. Sioux Falls Christian, coached by head coach Dan DeYoung, assisted by Ryan Fetters and Zach Perry and Dana Snyder. They come in with an 8-1 record. Their starters will be number 0, Mariah Harrison, a 5'6 senior guard. Number 3, a 5'10 senior guard, Peyton Potma. Number 5, a 5'9 junior guard, Jackson Swift. Number 10, a 6-foot senior forward, Ellie Limbs. And number 20, Maya Nelson, a 5'6 sophomore guard. This is a Dakota 12 contest tonight. And we will get the starting lineups and national anthem in about 30 seconds, so we'll be back.
Audrey Nelson. At the other guard, number 4, Madison is coached by Maxie Winterberger and assisted by Joshua and Joel Jorgensen. And now the cheerleaders for SFC, they are Haley Bonova, Anna Manning, Izzy Boltzbach, Ellie Pulse, Morgan Scott, Morgan Grimm, and Libby Gibson. Cheer team is coached by head coach Misty Groves. And now your starting lineup for your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. At 1 guard number 5, a 5'9" junior, Jackson Swift. At the other guard number 20, a 5'6" sophomore, Maya Nelson. At 1 forward number 3, a 5'10" senior, Peyton Hoppala. And at the other forward, number 0, a 5'6" senior, Mariah Harrison. At center for the Chargers, number 10, a 6-foot senior, Ellie Lentz. Sioux Falls Christian is coached by head coach Dan Dion, assisted by Zach Perry, Ryan Feathers, and David Snyder. The athletic trainer for SSC is Josh Watson. Your officials for tonight's contest are Mr. Brad Coleman, Mr. Adam Kellenberger, and Mr. Aaron Vandenberg. The school administrators of all schools encourage positive sportsmanship and behavior in our activities. What you hear and say during the contest reflects on your team, school, and community. Enjoy the game and be a good sport. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play basketball.
And we're ready to go from Sioux Falls Christian. Madison Lady Bulldogs, Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Sioux Falls Christian in the white, Madison in the black and maroon. And the ball is controlled by the Chargers. Maya Nelson over to Mariah Harrison. Jackson Swift takes the three. No good. That ball will be out of bounds. It'll be Madison basketball. Zoe Gary will inbound for the Bulldogs. Sioux Falls Christian picks up the little man-to-man pressure. Starting the offense is Carly Lurtz. That ball is out of bounds. Turnover, Sioux Falls Christian ball. Maya Nelson at the point for the Chargers. Right side to Peyton Potma. They look inside to Harrison. Harrison turns, gets it out to Nelson. Over to Swift. Into Limbs. Limbs makes a move. Off the mark, no good. Battle for the board. And coming out of there, Zoe Gary for the Bulldogs. Gary picked up by Potma. Madison's got kind of a 4-out, 1-in offense going. First shot off the board, no good. And coming out of the pack is Swift. Swift comes strong up the right side. Takes it all the way. And she's going to be fouled on the play. Jackson Swift to go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is called on number 3, Audrey Nelson. That's her first, team first. Jackson Swift, 5'9" junior guard. First free throw off the mark. She'll get a second. Good crowd on hand here for the Chargers at the beginning of this girls' game. Second one also off the mark, but Mariah Harrison comes out of the pack with the offensive rebound. Over to Maya Nelson, back to Swift. Swift gets it into Harrison. Harrison makes a move out to Limbs. Limbs takes it strong. No good. And it's going to be retrieved by Jackson Swift in the backcourt. Over to Harrison, right side to Potma. Potma to Nelson. Nelson goes strong. Nelson scores it. 2-pointer by Maya Nelson. Sioux Falls Christian up 2-0. They pick up in a 2-2-1. Full court press, and we're going to have a pushing foul called on Ellie Limbs. That'll be her first, team first. 6:25 to go, just starting here from Ivan Voss Auditorium. They get it into Nelson. She takes it strong all the way, off the mark, no good. And that'll be off the Chargers. It'll be Madison basketball underneath their own basket. Nice defensive play by Peyton Potma. Knocks it out of bounds. And it'll maintain possession of the Madison Bulldogs. They do get it into Paterins. Guarded closely by Nelson. Jackson Swift on the defense. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Madison ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense that time by Jackson. Madison does get it in. Up top to Zoe Gary. She hits the three. It's a 3-2 game. Bulldogs are ahead early on. And Ellie Limbs is going to be called for the travel. Turnover Chargers. Sioux Falls Christian picks up in the 2-2-1. Madison gets it over the timeline. Gary again. Three-pointer off the mark. That is going to be taken out of there by Nelson. She gets it up to Potma, left wing. Potma back to Swift. Swift thought about it. Gets it over to Limbs. Limbs takes it strong, and she's going to be fouled on the play by Wallowing Bull. That's her first, team second. Sioux Falls Christian will inbounds underneath their own basket. Maya Nelson will do the honors. Nelson gets it into Limbs. Limbs goes up strong, no good. Gets it out to Swift. Back to Limbs. Limbs puts it up, and she's going to be fouled on the play. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, here's the first pass into Lems. Just barely got it over. Fortunately, the defender wasn't looking. Lem's first missed shot there, but she finds her way to the line here.
Limbs will shoot two. That foul was on number 4. Paterins. Limbs hits the first. Tie ball game, 3-3, 5:21 to go. Second one is also good by Limbs. Pass up to Gary. Gary sets the offense for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs looking around, working around the perimeter. And that ball is stolen by Jackson Swift. Over to Limbs. Limbs will take it up herself. Limbs out to Swift. Over to Potma. Potma three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound. Gets it into Swift. Swift no good. Rebound taken out of there by Lurtz. Lurtz gets it over to Nelson. Nelson sets the offense on the left side. Looks to penetrate. Ellie Limbs cuts off the dribbling lane. And they get it into Gary. Gary turn around, two-pointer, no good. And that's going to be Jackson Swift. And there's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay Madison basketball.
Just taking a quick look here. Here's the steal just before last defensive stand. And what I like about this is that Jackson Swift, she can see right here, a little bit of a mishandling of the ball right here. Jackson isn't just content to let the offensive player regain control of that ball. She goes around and gets her.
Peyton Potma on the defensive rebound. Potma takes it up right side. Potma goes up strong, no good. Gets it out of there, and she's going to be fouled on the play by number 3, Nelson. That's her second. Team fourth. Vanderleest in the game. She gets it into Swift. They get it into Potma. Potma goes up strong, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Gary. Our Sioux Falls Christian girls a lot more aggressive on the offensive end as far as looking at the basket early on in this game. Swift up the right side. Get it into Limbs. Limbs goes up strong, no good. Out to Vanderleest. Vanderleest to Potma. Potma three-pointer on the way, no good. And Limbs is going to be called for her second foul of the game. She's got 2. Sioux Falls Christian has 2. Mariah Harrison will check in. Limbs will take a seat. And also checking in for the Bulldogs is number 21, Ellie Ostus. Madison breaks the pressure, gets it over the timeline. Gets the offense set. Over to Gary. Gary to Paterins. And we're going to have a travel called against the Bulldogs. Turnover. It'll be Sioux Falls Christian basketball. Vanderleest over to Swift. Swift takes a high pick. Over to Potma. To Vanderleest. Vanderleest on the floater. No good. Potma gets the rebounds. Over to Swift. Brenna Bikey in the game. And we're going to have a traveling called on Mariah Harrison. Checking in the game for the Chargers is Avery Reitz. Checking out is Potma. 4-3 game. 3:03 to go. First quarter. Madison breaks the pressure. 2-point shot up and good. And that was taken by Lurtz. That's her first bucket. 5-4. Vanderleest over to Avery Reitz. Reitz goes strong. Nothing there. Coming out of the pack is Lurtz. And that's going to be a turnover off. Nice defense there by Brenna Bikey.
Yeah, really good
cut
defense.
off a lane. Ball went off the Madison player foot. Nice job there by Brenna. And we're going to have a timeout called by Sioux Falls Christian.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It's Chick-fil-A night here at Sioux Falls Christian. They're sponsoring the games tonight. So we want to give a quick shout out to them. They are giving free meals to all of the players after their games tonight. So Chick-fil-A, we appreciate the sponsorship there. And plenty of Chick-fil-A for the rest of the fans at the concession stand. But I think I had some earlier. We also just want to thank those who are watching from afar tonight. I know we have a Sierra Swift watching as she's babysitting Tyler Morgan's two little kids tonight. They wanted to watch the game, so thanks, guys, for turning on the game and watching from Northwest Iowa. And thanks, Sierra, for babysitting and watching your sister play here tonight.
And we're back. Brenna Bikey will inbound. Bikey to Nelson. Nelson back to Bikey, over to Harrison. Swing it to the right side. They look at Reitz inside. Turnover. Madison basketball.
The Chargers a bit on a cold spell right here. I mean, they are attacking the basket, like you said, but not been able to convert anything recently.
Vanderleest on the steal.
Good steal.
Katie's going to be fouled on the play, and that will go against Lurtz. That's her first. Team fifth. Katie Vanderleest will inbounds. It's Demai Nelson. Nelson will set the offense for the Chargers. Nelson comes off the screen. Over to Harrison, to Vanderleest. Vanderleest on the dribble drive. Nothing there. Harrison out to Reitz. Over to Nelson. Nelson gets it popped away. Over to Harrison. 15 to shoot on the shot clock. Reitz over to Vanderleest. And she's going to be tripped on the play. I think that's going to go against Ella Paterins. No, that's going to go against Lurtz. That'll be her second. Nelson gets it into Vanderleest. Vanderleest shoots the three. No good. Rebound taken out by Lurtz. Up to Nelson. Nelson guarded by Harrison. Pass knocked away by Bikey. Checking in the game is Swift and Potma. Bikey and Vanderleest out. Madison now has two posts in on the inside. Kind of a 3 out, 2 in. Sioux Falls Christian stays in the man-to-man defense. 6 to shoot on the shot clock for the Bulldogs. Shot taken, no good. Swift comes out of the pack with the rebound. Up to Reitz. Reitz goes strong, and she is going to be fouled on the play. And I don't know who they're going to call it on.
Here's a replay of that right here. It was about 3 girls just converged on her. And, you know, if this was bowling, this was a strike right here.
Yeah, right?
I think all 3 pins fell down.
They called it on Eliastus, number 21. Avery Reitz hits the first free throw. I don't see many strikes when I bowl, Mr. Voss. Is that how that looks? I have a lot of pins standing usually.
Oh, spare me the sermon. I know you a lot better than what you say.
Second one is good. Avery Reitz hits both. Sioux Falls Christian picks up in the 2-2-1 press again. Press is broken. That ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Sioux Falls Christian ball. 6-5 game, 50 seconds to play. Nelson will set the offense for the Chargers. Nelson over to Swift. Swift to Reitz. Reitz goes up, and it's knocked out of her hands. It will be Sioux Falls Christian ball. Nelson will inbounds into the box set. Nelson gets it into Potma, over to Reitz, to Swift, to Harrison. Nelson. Harrison goes up, Reitz takes the 3. No good.
Nice
Mariah
rebound.
Harrison on the board. And a jump ball. It's going to be Sioux Falls Christian ball.
Here's the rebound by Harrison again. Just going to where the ball is coming. She saw it coming off the rim there. She didn't have position, but she went to it. Nice job.
Ellie Limbs checks in. Avery Reitz checks out. They get it into Limbs. Limbs goes up strong. No good. Mariah Harrison, another offensive rebound. That ball is taken away. And Jackson Swift gets it back. Jackson Swift goes up. No good. Sioux Falls Christian can't buy
There's
a basket.
a lid on that basket tonight because I don't know how many shots we've had inside in the paint right under the bucket. On the bucket.
They cannot buy a basket. Our
It's,
percentage has to be very low.
It's
Gotten a
tough
lot of
going.
shots up.
Yeah, it's good to see that. Just keep plugging away, but
Sooner or later, something will fall. Peyton Potma on the penetration
There we go.
is good. 8-5 after 1 from the house that Ivan built.
we'll watch some ads here, and we'll be back in just a second.
Mariah Harrison scores it. Nice pass by Katie. Nice bucket by Mariah. 18-9, 1:05 to play. First half. Madison sets the offense, right side, and that's going to go over their head of the intended receiver. Out of bounds, 50 seconds to go. Swift in, Popma in. Checking out is Limbs and Reitz. Maya Nelson at the point for the Chargers. Over to Swift. Swift over to Vanderleest. Vanderleest thought about the three. Gets it into Popma. Popma goes up strong.
There we go.
Scores it. Peyton's got 6. 35 seconds to go. 20-9. Sioux Falls Christian leading. Under 30 seconds to play in the half. Vanderleest picks up the ball in the corner. Jackson Swift's going to be called for the reach. That's her first. That'll be team 7th. That'll send the Bulldogs to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Brenna Beike checking in. Checking out is Nelson. And checking in for the Bulldogs is Walling Bull. 20-9, 21 seconds to go. First free throw off the mark. Coming out of the pack is Peyton Popma. She's got Beike ahead. Beike to Vanderleest. Vanderleest scores the layup. Nice play, nice pass, nice score by Katie.
10 seconds.
7 to go.
No fouls. Just don't. Oh, look at that.
That went off Beike.
It's close.
Yeah, you don't want to put them to the line here to
no.
in the half with free throws.
Chargers have had a nice second quarter after kind of being cold the first quarter. The basket finally opening up for them.
That ball goes, that's going to end the half. We're going to call it half. Do we have a young child game at this halftime?
I don't think we do tonight. I'm not aware of any.
I saw a black team and a white team.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there's some kids down there. They're looking like they need some Ivan Voss play-by-play.
Oh boy, I'm not sure what I'm announcing, but I better get on it.
Start of the third quarter, Sioux Falls Christian leading 22-9. Sioux Falls Christian was led in scoring in that half by Peyton Potma with 6. And Zoe Gary led the Bulldogs with 5. Sioux Falls Christian will start the second half with the ball. Maya Nelson at the point. Nelson over to Potma. They get it into Limbs. To Jackson Swift. Jackson Swift goes up, no good. Fight for the board. Mariah Harrison comes out with it. Nelson, three-pointer on the way, is good. Maya Nelson hits the 3. She's got 7. 25-9 is the score. Pass popped away. Limbs. Back to Limbs. Limbs scores it. Jim's got 6. Quick timeout called by the Madison Bulldogs.
Well, it was a nice start to the second half. The Chargers getting off to a good start there with a couple quick baskets. Let's take a quick look at this last replay right here. What I like is that Maya gives the ball to Jackson and right back to Maya. Just good team sportsmanship or teamwork right there. Here's the 3 again to start the second half. So 5 points very quickly here to start the third quarter. If you were watching during halftime, we had some elementary kids playing halftime entertainment. Getting some text from anybody can tell me what grade that was. It'd be helpful. Not sure if it was third, second, fourth, somewhere in there. I'm going to guess it was. I think we already had the third grade team play, but I'm not sure.
I think we had third graders last week. All right, Madison will inbounds. Gary will do the honors. Sioux Falls Christian picks up in the press. And nice job by Peyton Potma. Well, they say she didn't touch it, so it'll be Sioux Falls Christian basketball. Jackson Swift into Nelson. Nelson over to Potma. They get it inside to Limbs. Limbs turns around, easy bucket. She's got 8. 29-9. Sioux Falls Christian gets the trap. And it's going to be
off a Madison player right there.
Going to have a foul called. I think they're going to call that on Jackson Swift if that's hers. There
was a little bit of a collision if you watch that, right? But boy, I don't know that Jackson touched her too much. Look at this again. Oof. That was.
She got called for it, so Nelson picks up the ball. Now it's the top of the key to Nelson. Limbs picks it up there. Ellie Lim's going to be called for a foul. That's going to be number 3 on Ellie. 2 quick team fouls called against the Chargers. Inbounding will be Lurtz. And that ball goes out of bounds off of Harrison. Lurtz will inbounds. Nice move. Rebound. Goes off the Bulldogs. It'll be Sioux Falls Christian ball. Nelson sets up the offense. Nelson over to Potma. They get it into Limbs. And we're going to have a foul called over the back. It's going to be called against number. And it's Astus. That's her second. Nelson over to Swift. Swift to Limbs. Limbs takes it strong. Pulls up, hits the 10-footer. She's got 10. 31-9.
Another quick steal right here. And Limbs is going to take that.
Up and she's going to get fouled.
Hard. Yeah, take a look at this one right here. Just
kind of a hard foul. Limbs will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul was on Nelson. She's got 3. Limbs will shoot 2. First one up and good. She'll get the second. There's going to be a full timeout called by Madison. And we'll be back in a minute.
All right, we're coming out of the timeouts. I don't know if you were able to hear that or not, but we just wish the happy birthday to Aaron Vandenberg from Garrettson. He has a twin brother. It's not here tonight, but Aaron's birthday is tonight, and one of the other refs actually made a request to wish him a happy birthday. So just a little fun love there for the refs as the Chargers are waiting for the Bulldogs to come back out onto the court.
32-9, 6:13 to go, third quarter. Sioux Falls Christians open this one up.
We'd also like to give a shout out to Shelly Skinner tonight watching the game with her husband Chris.
Ellie Lems hits the second free throw. She's not 12. Sioux Falls Christian stays in the 2-2-1 press. We got the trap where they want it, and nice job that time by Ellie Limps to get it knocked out of bounds. Madison will re-inbound the ball. 6:05 to go, third quarter. Maya Nelson picks it up. 2-point shot on the way by Paterans, no good. Jackson Swift comes out of the pack right side. Jackson over to Ellie Limbs. She goes strong to the hole. Ellie scores it. She's got 14.
Wide open lane right there.
Almost taken away. Gary maintains control. She pulls up for the three, no good. Offensive rebound, up and good by Ostos. That's her first bucket of the game. She's got two. Mariah Harrison goes back the opposite way, scores it. Mariah Harrison will hit the 2-point basket. She'll have the chance for the 3-point play. That is a foul on Nelson. That's her fourth.
You know, I think the message of the night is that the Chargers, if you look here at the replay right here,
attack the hole.
Attack the basket because, man, here comes Mariah Harrison. She just wastes no time.
Mariah's free throw on the way is good. Mariah's got 7. Checking in the game is Schauenberg for the Bulldogs. Brenna Bikey also has checked in the game, along with Katie Vanderleest. 2-point shot on the way, no good. Vanderleest comes out of the pack with the defensive board. Katie up the left side, over to Nelson. Nelson to Vanderleest. Vanderleest pulls the trigger on the three, hits it.
Nice.
Katie Vanderleest has 5. I think Katie's mother could shoot back in her day as well.
Oh, yeah. And father.
And father. I know he can run.
He can still run. Oh, nice.
Gary on the 10-footer, no good. Potma on the block shot, and she's going to be fouled from behind, and that's going to be on number 4, Paterans. That's her third. 4th team foul of the half. Vanderleest will inbounds to Nelson. Nelson to Vanderleest, left side. Vanderleest to Nelson. To Brenna Bikey. Bikey tried to get it into Potma, got it knocked away. And we have a turnover to the Bulldogs, 41-11. Brenna Bikey on the ball. Ball is knocked away, stolen by Katie Vanderleest. Up to
Nice
Maya
pass.
Nelson. She goes up and is fouled. And that'll be against Paterins. That's her fourth team foul, or fourth foul, fifth team foul of the half. That'll send Maya Nelson to the line, and she'll shoot 2. First one is off the mark. Swift in. And Ellie Limbs will check in after the free throw. Terrence checks out for the Bulldogs. Nelson's second free throw is good. She'll check out. Limbs will check in. Maya's got 8 points on the night. Sioux Falls Christian stays in another in a man-to-man press. Kind of a token press, just a little pressure on the ball. And the Bulldogs will set the offense. Gary on the left side, picked up by Limbs. Ball knocked away by Jackson Swift. It'll maintain possession to the Bulldogs. Nelson will check in or be the inbounder. Jackson Swift on the steal. Jackson almost traveled there. Get it out to Bikey. Bikey will take the 3, no good. Rebound Vanderleest. Vanderleest over to Bikey. Bikey to Reitz. Reitz is going to be called for the travel. Turnover Sioux Falls Christian. 2:38 to go, third quarter, 42-11.
We do have a running clock right now because of the 30-plus point lead here. So
Aubrey Van Beek is going to be checking in for the Chargers. Jackson Swift on the steal. Vanderleest comes out of the pack with it. Gets it up to Limbs.
Boy, nice pass if she can handle this one.
Limbs
Great job.
Scores it. Good catch by Ellie. Nice pass. Katie Vanderleest over to Ellie Limbs. Hits the 2, and we're at 2 minutes to go, 44-11. Sioux Falls Christian leads. 2-point basket on the way is good
nice
by
basket.
Nelson. That's her second bucket of the game. She's got 4. Vanderleest up to Reitz to Swift. Swift thought about it, over to Vanderleest. Vanderleest takes the 3. No good. Limbs on the rebound. No good.
Oh,
Limbs is going to be called for her 4th. Ellie Limbs over the back. 44-13. 3 subs ready to come in. Harrison and Van Beek for the Chargers.
Here's the play before when Ellie Limbs caught that pass, collected herself, and made the basket. This last one right here on the rebound, wanted to reach over and get it, got called.
Reitz is going to be called for the foul. That's going to send Nelson to the line. That's Avery's first. Team 4th of the half. 1:07 to go. First is up and good by Nelson. That's her 5th point of the game. Second one is also good. And we got a 44-15 game with 1:07 to go, and we have got a referee's timeout. I'm not sure why. Bikey out, Swift out, Popma in, Nelson in. Not sure why that
Yeah, I didn't
play
see
was
either.
stopped. Popma to Nelson. Back to Popma to Harrison. Harrison out to Nelson. Nelson to Van Beek. Popma 2-pointer on the way, no good. Out of the pack comes Ostos. Over to Nelson. Nelson will set the offense for the Bulldogs. Nelson to the right side to Gary. Gary takes the 2, no good. Van Beek coming out of the pack with the ball. Van Beek a little behind Popma, out of bounds, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. 44-15. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Sioux Falls Christian up 44-15. Madison will inbound to start the quarter. Gary will do the honors. Starting lineup is in the game for the Chargers. Ellie Limbs does have 4 fouls. Mariah Harrison's going to get called for that one. That's Mariah's first on the night. That's team 5th. And Gary will inbound under the near basket. Gary gets it in to Nelson. Nelson to Gary. Ellie Limbs on the rebound. Limbs pushing it up the court. Over to Swift. Swift to Nelson. Nelson to Potma. To Nelson. To Harrison. To Limbs.
Oh, nice pass.
And Limbs scores it.
Thought that Brianna was going to shoot that one, but she went high-low. Nice job.
Limbs has 18. 46-15. Steal by Swift. Swift gets it up to Nelson. Nelson to Limbs. Limbs scores it. She's got 20. 48-15. 5 new players checking in for the Chargers. Here at the next dead ball. And we're going to have a jump ball. That'll be Sioux Falls Christian basketball. And that could be the end of the night for this 5. And we have a new 5 coming in.
Yeah, a couple of recent plays. Here's one right here, a nice little pass on the fast break. That'll be Ellie Limbs' last basket of the night. And just before that, a pass to Brianna Harrison inside. She dumps it low to Limbs. And Limbs ends the night with, well, we don't have it on the scoreboard. I don't know if
She's got 20.
20 points. So
You got 20.
And I could probably pan the camera over so you can see the action. That would be helpful.
3-pointer on the way by Reach. No good. And we're going to have a foul called on Brenna Bikey, I believe. If that's on Brenna, that's her first. That is on Brenna. Walling Bull comes back in. And Lurtz goes out for the Bulldogs. 48-15, 5:35 to go in the game. Sioux Falls Christian stays in the man-to-man defense. Played good defense all night. 3-pointer on the way is good.
That was a nice shot. Where she stepped back.
She's got, that's Audrey Nelson. She's got 9. Lounsbury over to Vanderleest. Vanderleest out to Van Beek. They get it into Bikey. Back to Van Beek. Over to Vanderleest. Vanderleest 3-pointer on the way. No good. And coming out of the pack is Nelson. Nelson will set the offense. 3-pointer on the way by Gary. No good. Katie Vanderleest on the rebound. She gets it up to Reitz. Reitz takes it strong, and she scores it.
Nice
That's
basket.
her 4th point of the game. 50-18. 4:35 to go in the game. It's always a privilege to work these games with the legend, Ivan Voss.
I don't think legend and Ivan Voss should be using the same sentence, but.
And we're going to have a foul called. I think that's, let's see, who did they call it on? Called it on Wallingbill. That's her second. That would send Lounsbury to the line to shoot the free throws, and she makes the first. Bikey out. Jenna Sprick in for the Chargers. Lounsbury hits the second. Checking back in is Lurtz for the Bulldogs. 52-18, just over 4 to play in this one. Two-pointer on the way, no good. Gets her own rebound and scores it. That's a bucket for Lurch. She's got 4, 52-20.
Oh, that was a... She zigged and she thought she was going to zag. Play there.
Zinged and zagged. Look like the Vikings once in a while. Pass goes inside to Lurtz. Into Wallingbull. Two-point basket, no good. Lounsbury comes out of the pack with the rebound. Lounsbury up the right side. Gets it up to Reitz. Over to Sprick. Sprick three-pointer on the way is good. Jenna Sprick hits the three.
Much to the pleasure of the student section down there, cheering Sprick on as she hits the three.
Looked like her father at Dakota Christian a few years back. Lounsbury comes out of the pack. Up to Jenna Sprick. Off the Chargers. And that's a turnover. And Vanderleest leaves. And Maya Van Dong checks in. 2:30 to go, fourth quarter.
Hope you'll stay with us for the next game. We got a boys varsity game coming right up after this.
That's going to be a foul called on Jenna Sprick. That's her first. Team 7th, so that'll send Lurch to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Good crowd on hand. I believe we got some halftime entertainment tonight from in the boys game. First one is up and good by Lurch.
Yeah, the drum line will perform at the halftime of the boys varsity game tonight. So I don't think we've had a drum line here yet at one of the halftimes this year, so I'm looking forward to that. Pep band will come back out right before the game too, and we've got the staff sitting in tonight with the pep band. We've got our high school principal, Jeremy Van Nieuwenhuizen. I believe he's on the saxophone. We've got high school teacher Dan Mortensen on the trombone. You see any others over there?
Yeah, there's a couple more. They asked me to play the flute tonight, but I haven't had my flute out for a long time.
I think maybe the shakers, maybe the wood sticks.
Yeah.
Cowbell?
Maybe.
Need more cowbell.
I get the feeling you don't think I played the flute. Second free throw's up and good. In the game is Sydney Scott along with Tessa Negebauer. Lounsbury, ball's knocked away. It'll be Madison ball, 55-22, minute 45 to play. They set the offense near side. And Jenna Sprick on the steal. Jenna Sprick takes it up the right side. And bat pass is stolen. Madison comes back the other way.
Oh, nice pass across.
That's a good pass. Good pass that time by Tessa Negebauer. Oh, and we're going to have a foul on Tessa as well.
That's going to put him in the bonus.
That's in the bonus. And Gary will shoot the 1-and-1. Checking in for the Bulldogs is Lindsey King, number 23, and Cambry Hunsley, number 14.
Clock stops with exactly 1 minute to play.
Gary's first is up and good. She's got 6. Second one is good. And we're under a minute to go, 55-24. Sioux Falls Christian leads. Sprick on the left wing to Vendong. Looks inside to Lounsbury, no good. Coming back the other way is Nelson. 40 seconds to go. Two-pointer on the way by Gary, and she scores it. She's got 9. 25 seconds to go.
The Chargers can just hold this here.
Sprick on the right side. And she is fouled by Hunsley.
The clock is continuing. Oh, they did stop it now. Okay.
That'll send Ellie Lounsbury to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. And that is off the mark. And we're going to have a foul on Skop. And that's going to send Gary to the line.
I'm sure Coach DeYoung didn't want to have any more fouls this game, but we're going to go back to the other end for a couple free throws. Or one free throw here, maybe 2.
Gary will shoot the 1-and-1. First one is up and good. She's got 10, 11. And the second one is also good. And we're under 5 seconds to play. And that'll be that'll be the ball game. Sioux Falls Christian ends up on top 55-29. Sioux Falls Christian led in the scoring tonight by Ellie Lems with 20. Maya Nelson had 8. Mariah Harrison 7. Peyton Popma 6. Katie Vanderleest 5. Avery Reitz 4. Jenna Sprick 3. And Ellie Lounsbury 2. For Madison, they were led in scoring by Gary with 12. And Audrey Nelson had 9. Sioux Falls Christian will move to 9-1 on the season. And we are going to be back with the boys' game in about 15 minutes. And we're back at Sioux Falls Christian for the boys matchup between the Madison Bulldogs and the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Madison comes into this game with a record of 4 wins and 4 losses, and Sioux Falls Christian comes in with a record of 8 wins and no losses. Last night, the Bulldogs were in action against Del Rapids, and they won that game. So I think that record actually moves them to 5-4. Madison will start number 1, Andrew Combs, a 5'10 junior guard. Number 2, Eli Barger, a 6'1 junior guard. Number 10, Charles Callahan, a 6'1 junior guard. Number 21, Ben Brooks, a 6 foot 8 inch sophomore forward. And Aiden Jensen, a 6'9 senior forward. So start a 6'8", 6'9 in that lineup. Head coach Jeff Larson, assistant coaches Chad White and Jarrett Janke. Sioux Falls Christian will start number 2, Tayton Snyder, a 6 foot senior guard. Number 3, Cole Snyder, a 6 foot sophomore guard. Ethan Bruns, a 6'6 senior forward. Griffin Goodberry, a 6'7 sophomore forward. And Britton Mulder, a 6'2 sophomore guard. Sioux Falls Christian coached by Mike Scout and assisted by Justin Shepard and Brian Wassner.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second of our doubleheader tonight between your Madison Bulldogs and your Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. It's time for the introductions. First, starting tonight for the Madison Bulldogs. At one guard, number 1, a 5'10 junior, Andrew Combs. At the other guard, number 10, a 6'1 junior, Charles Callahan. At one forward, number 2, a 6'1 junior, Eli Barker. And at the other forward, number 21, a 6'8 sophomore, Ben Brooks. At center for the Bulldogs, number 23, a 6'9 senior, Aiden Jensen. Madison is coached by Jeff Larson, assisted by Chad White and Jared Yonke. The cheerleaders for Sioux Falls Christian again are Kaylee Vanova, Hannah Manning, Izzy Holtzman, Ellie Pulse, Morgan Scout, Morgan Grimm, and Olivia Jensen. The cheer coaches Misty Groves. And now your starting lineup for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Starting at one guard, number 2, a 6 foot senior, Tate Snyder. And at the other guard, number 3, a 6 foot sophomore, Cole Snyder. At one forward, number 5, a 6'6 senior, Ethan Bruns. At the other forward, number 22, a 6'7 sophomore, Griffin Goodberry. And at center for the Chargers, number 23, a 6'2 sophomore, Britton Mulder. The Chargers are coached by head coach Mike Scouten, assisted by Justin Shepard and Brian Wassner. The athletic trainer for SSC is Josh Watson. Your officials again for tonight's contest are Mr. Brad Coleman, Mr. Adam Kellenberger, and the guy with birthday, Aaron Vandenberg. The school administrators again want to encourage all people to have positive sportsmanship and behavior at these activities. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for number 2. Let's play basketball.
And we're underway. Madison controls the opening tip, and we're going to have a foul called on Tate Snyder. 5 seconds into this game, first foul called. First team, Tate's first. And Madison will inbounds. Doing the inbounding is Brooks. Madison working the left side. Swing it over to Callahan. Back out to Callahan. Callahan three-pointer on the way, no good. Britton Mulder on the rebound. Mulder comes up the left side. Gets it over to Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder to Tate Snyder. Tate Snyder back to Cole. Back to Tate. And they swing it over to the left side to Mulder into Bruns. Ethan Bruns out to Cole Snyder. Snyder long three on the way. No good. Ethan Bruns on the rebound. And picked up by Goodberry. Goodberry back to Mulder. Mulder out to Cole Snyder. Sioux Falls Christian running a double post. Get it to Goodberry, and we're going to have a foul called on Andrew Combs. That's his first, team first for the Bulldogs. Good crowd on hand here tonight at Sioux Falls Christian.
You mean Jay Welstra Fieldhouse? I'm sorry, I think that's where we're at.
Mulder into Goodberry. Goodberry thought about it. Gets it into Bruns. Bruns goes up strong. Bruns scores it. He's got 2-0 Sioux Falls Christian to start this game. Madison swings it around top. Dribble penetration, 2-point basket, up and good.
That was a nice.
That was by
nice
Jensen.
Kiss off the glass.
2-2 game, 6.5 to go, first quarter. Get it into Bruns at the elbow. He gets it to Cole Snyder. That's going to go off of Cole Snyder. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Madison basketball. Madison will inbounds. Jensen will do the honors. Jensen gets it into Brooks. Brooks takes it up the left side. Picked up by Mulder. Madison keeps it on the left side. Dribble penetration, kick out. Three-pointer on the way, no good. That shot was taken by Barger. And rebound up and good by Jensen. That's his second bucket. He's got 4. It's 4-2. 6 minutes to go, quarter one. Sioux Falls Christian gets it into Goodberry. Goodberry to Bruns off of Madison.
Boy,
It'll
fortunate there.
Sioux Falls Christian basketball.
That was just a miss catch there and went off a Madison player, but
They get it into Bruns, and he gets it knocked away. Madison swings it around the top. They're looking to get it into Jensen. Nothing there. Ethan Bruns on the defense. And that's going to be a foul called on Jensen, I believe.
Good hustle by the senior there, Ethan Bruns.
That's his first, team second. And Tate Snyder will set the offense for the Chargers. Tate Snyder into Goodberry, and that ball is blocked from behind by Jensen. Brooks takes the other way. And Madison sets it up. Top of the key. Callahan. 2-pointer on the way, no good. Britton Mulder comes out of the pack. Gets it to Snyder. Cole Snyder scores the bucket. 4-4, just under 5 to play. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good by Callahan. That's his first basket of the game. Madison leads 7-4, 4:40 first quarter. Tate Snyder over to Cole Snyder. Back to Tate Snyder, over to Britton Mulder. Into Ethan Bruns. Back to Mulder. Mulder three-pointer, no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Goodberry. His first, team second. 7-4. And Combs back to Brooks. Brooks takes it up left side. Pass is stolen by Britton Mulder. Britton Mulder over to Goodberry. Goodberry over to Cole Snyder. Into Goodberry. That ball is knocked out of bounds off of Madison. It'll be maintained possession. Sioux Falls Christian. Tate Snyder will do the inbounding. Tate Snyder into Ethan Bruns. Bruns 14-footer is good. He's got 4. 7-6. Madison leads. Halfway through quarter number one. Jude Van Dunker's good. Set to come in for the Chargers. Madison looking around the perimeter, trying to get it inside to the height. 2-point basket off the glass by Callahan is good. He's got 5. 9-6, 3.5 to go. Madison leads. Tate Snyder over to Cole Snyder. Back out to Tate to Goodberry. Goodberry three-pointer on the way. Good. Griffin Goodberry hits the three. It's 9-9. Madison looking like they're running a little flex offense that time. Cole Snyder on the rebound. Snyder pushes it. Back out to Britton Mulder. Britton Mulder on the crossover out to Tate Snyder. Tate Snyder three on the way, no good. That ball is saved inbounds to Combs. Combs takes it up to the left side for Brooks. They get it into Jensen. Dribble penetration. Callahan scores it. He's got 7. 11-9. Madison. 2:25 to go. Quarter number 1. Mulder to Goodberry. Left corner to Bruns. Bruns 14-footer is good. He's got 6. 11-11. 2 minutes to go. Van Dunker's good, and Ingber's set to check in for the Chargers. And Meckles is ready to check in for the Bulldogs. Dribble penetration. Turnaround jumper. Good by Barger. His first bucket of the game. And Madison maintains the lead, 13-11. Minute 35 into Mulder. Mulder dribble penetration is good by Britton Mulder. That's his first bucket of the game. And we're all tied at 13, minute and a half to go. Jensen over to Brooks. Brooks top of the key. Over to Callahan. .15 to shoot. Callahan three-pointer on the way, no good. Ethan Bruns on the rebound. Bruns pops it out. And we're going to have a travel called on Cole Snyder. They get it into Brooks. Brooks guarded by Mulder. Mulder going to be called for the block. His first, team third. And Madison will do the inbounding in front of the scorer's table. Brooks, three-pointer on the way, no good. Cole Snyder on the rebound. Snyder takes it out the right side. Over to Bruns, to Mulder. Mulder on the crossover. Out to Ingbers, to Cole Snyder, to Ingbers, to Mulder. Get it to Jude Van Dunker's good. Cole Snyder, three-pointer on the way, no good. Ethan Bruns on the rebound. Out to Britton Mulder. Britton Mulder, three-pointer on the way, no good. And coming out of the pack is Jensen. 18 seconds to go, quarter 1, 13-13. From the house that Ivan built. Three-pointer, no good. And we're going to have a last-second toss by Snyder, no good. After 1, 13-13. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, a very active first quarter here as the teams are all tied up at 13. We've had some three-pointers. We've had some good action inside. The Bulldogs definitely bringing some height with them. They've got two players, one 6'8" and one 6'9". And the Chargers are going to have to work around that height and length of the Bulldogs. Two very athletic teams here. Should be a fun game. It's all tied up beginning of the second quarter here at J. Wowster Arena.
You know, even though you're probably only like 6'1" or 6'2", you probably played 6'9" or 6'10".
Are we talking width or height?
I'm talking height. I heard back in the day your vertical was like in the 30s somewhere. I'm not sure that was centimeters or inches.
Probably millimeters.
Ingber's three-pointer on the way, no good. Van Dunker's good on the offensive rebound. Ingber's back. Nice cut by Ingber's. Couldn't get it to drop, but a great cut. Nice pass by Van Dunker's good. Brooks comes back the other way. Gets inside, pass out. Three-pointer on the way is good. Rolls around and falls by Meckles. His first basket of the game. And Madison leads 16-13 early on in the second quarter. Tate Snyder and Goodberry set to check back in. Nice pass. Nice cut by
Take another look
Mulder.
at
He scores it and has a chance for the three-point play.
Right here's the cut. He's wide open. It's underneath his defender. Good finish.
That foul was on Callahan. He'll leave the game. Barger will return. Mulder hits the free throw. And he's got 5. He'll leave the game. Goodberry will return. All tied up, 16, 7:05 to play in the half. That looked like it could have been a walk, and they do call it.
It was either that or a ballet move. I'm not sure. One that I could not perform.
Oh, don't sell yourself short there, Mr. Voss.
That's what our
you were
7th and 8th grade social studies used to say, teacher. Mr. Bob Barkley, don't sell yourself short.
Tate Snyder, three-pointer on the way, no good. I had a chance between games to talk to Mr. Gene DeHaan, who was a longtime coach at Sioux Falls Christian, longtime teacher. And it's always good to catch up with Gene.
Did he tell you about Rattlesnake Pete?
He did not. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, put back, no good. That rebound was by Barger. Coming out of the pack is Tate Snyder. Snyder over to Bruns. Bruns, Van Dunker's good. Ingber's corner. Ingber's dribbles back out, resets the offense, gets it to Bruns. Bruns to Ingber's. Ingber's three on the way. No good. Griffin Goodberry on the rebound. Back out to Tate Snyder. Van Dunker's good. Three on the way. No good. And out of the pack comes Jensen. Jensen over to Brooks. Brooks up the left side. And he's going to take Goodberry to the hole, and he scores it.
Really nice
First
move.
bucket of the game by Brooks, and Madison goes up 18-16. 5:35 to go.
That was 6'8" versus 6'8" right there.
Get it into Goodberry. Goodberry turnaround is good.
Shot.
He's got 5. 18 apiece. Got their height at the front of that press. And Tate Snyder got the ball off the rebound, but he can't come in if he didn't have himself reestablished in play after going out of bounds. Madison will inbounds. Brooks will do the honors. They get it into Jensen. Jensen looks to make a move on Bruns. Three-pointer taken by Callahan off the mark. They get it up to Ingber's left side. Ingber's over to Bruns. Bruns three-pointer on the way is good. Bruns has 9. 21-18. Sioux Falls Christian takes the lead. 4:40 to go in the half.
Take a quick look over here at the student section for Madison. Looks like their theme is obviously construction wear tonight. They've even got a couple traffic cones out there in various places. Some bright vests. And if we swing across to Sioux Falls Christian side, then we've got flannel night, I believe. We've got a few cowboy hats in there too. Some flannel. 3 or 4 good cowboy hats there. So maybe it's just cowboy night, I'm not quite sure. But there's Matt Herrick, senior Matt Herrick, rocking it in the front row. So we've also had the pep band finish tonight. Some teachers hanging out over here as they played in the pep band tonight. Look at those Sioux Falls Christian teachers over here supporting their team. Sitting up there along with a few students. So good to have their support. And the team's breaking the huddle.
And we're back. Madison basketball to inbounds. Jensen gets it in. To Callahan. Back to Jensen. And Madison breaks the pressure. They'll set the offense. Jensen dribble penetrates all the way to the hole. Scores it. Easy bucket to Jensen. 21-20. Madison coming out in the 2-3 zone. Looks like this coming out of the timeout. Goodberry up to Mulder. Sioux Falls Christian a little out of sorts right now, it looks like. They get it back to Mulder in the corner. Ball is knocked away by Jensen. Steal goes in the hands of Meckles, and they get it up the left side. Back to Brooks. Dribble penetrates on Mulder. 2-point basket up and good by Ben Brooks. He's got 4.
Yeah, he's got some nice spinning moves.
22-21, Madison leads. This one's going back and forth. Bruns to Schneider to Bruns. Bruns makes the move. Bruns goes up, and he's fouled by Jensen. That's his second.
It's a good hard take. Here's a replay of that as Bruns takes a hard power dribble, goes up, and gets the foul. A tight one here tonight. As Bruns misses the front end there of the 2 shots. We got a substitution in for the Bulldogs as Bruns gets ready to take his second shot here. With 3:21 to go in the second quarter, he makes that one. So we're all tied up 22-22. Bulldogs taking the ball out on the end line here. And Sioux Falls Christian coming out in the press, putting some pressure in the backcourt here, trying to trap him in the corner. Up the side they go. Not across the half court yet. I think their coach is going to call a quick timeout. And sure enough, Madison kind of getting trapped there just before the half court line, and they call a quick timeout here. We've got 3:14 to go. Let's take a couple look at a couple of the. This was that foul just a minute ago on Bruns, not the play I was looking to show you, but here we'll go. Just before that, we had a play on Madison. There's Brooks here coming down low and just kind of a spinning move. We've seen a couple of those. Here's another move. All the way down the baseline, taking what the defense gives you right there. Ethan Bruns' 3-pointer, nothing but net right there. Not afraid to take those, doesn't do it real often, but there's a little turnaround shot by Goodberry. Nicely done. Here's Brooks again, another spinning move, just like you saw a minute ago. But we're back live here at J. Wowstra Convention Center.
And we're back. Brooks picked up by Mulder. 22-22, 3 minutes to go. 2-point three-pointer on the way by Barger. He hits it. He's got 5. Tate Snyder at the point for the Chargers. They stay in a 2-3 zone. Sioux Falls Christian working around the perimeter. They get into Goodberry.
Oh.
Nothing there. Goodberry
Careful.
almost over the back.
Yeah.
Jensen, three-pointer on the way. No good.
Good box out that time.
And we're going to have a foul called on Callahan. That's number 2.
I think that's Donker's good right here. Look at him get him on his back right here, and there's just.
That was a good block out.
Nicely done.
Good block out. We got Tate Snyder the ball. At the point, they're extending the 2-3 zone. They get it into Goodberry. Out to Cole Snyder, three-pointer on the way. No good. Coming out of the pack is Barger. Barger up the left side. They get into Jensen, and he's going to be fouled by Tate Snyder. That'll be number 2, 4th team foul.
Here's a look at that again right here. Was he set? No, he really wasn't set.
Good call.
Good call.
Ethan Bruns checking in. Ingber's checking in. Out goes Snyder. Out goes Van Dunker's good. They get it into Jensen. Jensen goes up strong. No good. Gets his own rebound. And he's fouled on the play. Fouled by Ethan Bruns, I believe.
Well, we just gave him kudos for boxing out a minute ago, but when you look at this replay right here, nobody really got a body on him, and he's just able to get his rebound.
And he'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. And he does. He's got 9. 28-22. Madison has opened up a 6-point lead. And they stay in the 2-3 zone. Get it into Ethan Bruns. Ethan Bruns scores it. He's got 11. And Madison breaks the pressure. They get it into Callahan. Callahan goes up. Scores the 2. He's got 9. Ingbers comes back the other way over to Snyder. They get it into Bruns. Bruns goes up. No good. Jensen fight for the board. Jensen gets the board over to Brooks. Brooks goes all the way, and we're going to have a jump ball called. It'll stay Madison basketball.
Yeah, the largest lead, I believe, of the night. 6 points for Madison right now in their student section, really feeling it, trying to encourage their players.
Student section of Madison looks like they're in construction gear tonight.
Yeah.
Brooks no good on the 3. Bruns comes out of the pack with the board. Bruns will take it up himself. Bruns over. That's going to be a blocking foul called on Callahan. I believe that's going to be number 3
Take
on
a look
Callahan.
at that again.
And he's going to come out of the game. Barger will check. No, Meckles will check in.
Not a
Meckles in, Callahan out. Ingbers will do the honors to inbound. Ingbers to Goodberry. Goodberry no good. And Jensen with the board up to Brooks. Brooks back to Jensen. And that's Ethan Bruns got a hand on that one. Mulder all the way. Mulder's going to be called for the offensive foul. That is going to be number 2 on Britt Mulder. And Dunker's good will check in.
Yeah, that was a pretty good call right there. He was set. Take another look at that real quick right here. He just managed to get his feet set right there.
Mulder's got 2 fouls. Madison gets it over the half line, get it trapped. Three-pointer on the way is good by Barger. That's his second 3 of the night. He's got 8, 33-24, half a minute to go in the first half. Sioux Falls Christian down 33-24. It's the biggest lead of the game. They get it into Bruns, out to Cole Schneider. 1 second difference on shot clock to game clock. Get it into Van Dunker's good. Van Dunker's good goes up, no good. Brooks Foul by Jensen is good. Jensen's got 11.
A pretty strong finish for the Bulldogs here in the first half. The Chargers are going to go into the locker room down 11 points, having to figure out how to stop the wave of baskets here by the Bulldogs here late in the second quarter, late in the first half. And the student section definitely taking the SFC Chargers student section out of it. So we'll see what happens. And we'll come back here in a few minutes right after the drum line. We're going to leave the mics hot. Hopefully you can hear this, and we'll introduce the SFC drum line.
Ladies and gentlemen, the SFC drum line. We're going to take this minute to mention Chick-fil-A, our big sponsor. And we want to thank Chick-fil-A for their sponsorship. All of the team players will get free meals on behalf of the Chick-fil-A sponsorship tonight. And we want to invite you to visit the concession stands right now outside of the cafeteria. And we want to thank Chick-fil-A for their sponsorship.
All right, you just saw the SFC drum line perform during halftime. We've got about just under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Let's look at a couple of plays from the first half here before we get back into it. This was at the end of the first half right here. One of the things the Chargers not doing at the end of the first half was rebounding, and the Bulldogs taking advantage of those types of plays. An outside shot here, three-pointer for the Bulldogs. Inside shot right there, and the foul. So it's been all Bulldogs the last few minutes of the first half. Nice little pass inside right there to Ethan Bruns for the Chargers. Ethan Bruns with 12 points in the first half. There's another three-point shot right there for the Bulldogs. 21 Brooks here with a little spin move down low. The height definitely playing a little bit of a factor, is both in rebounding and in just opportunity to create shots in the offensive end here. Ethan Bruns proving he can shoot from outside here for the Chargers. And a little fadeaway right there from, I believe that was Goodberry, the sophomore, showing his size. And again, one more move right there for the Bulldogs. So Chargers finding themselves down 11 points at the half. And we'll see what Coach Scouten and the Chargers dial up here for the second half. The Chargers trying to come out with some pressure in the backcourt. We'll see if they continue to try to create some turnovers with that pressure. If they could start getting the outside shots to fall, that would definitely help their cause. But we're just about ready to get going here. And again, we want to thank our sponsor, our game sponsor, Chick-fil-A, for sponsoring tonight's game. They provide a lot of Chick-fil-A sandwiches. We appreciate that. And they're giving free meals to all of the players tonight from all of the teams. Just quite a few chicken sandwiches. We really appreciate their sponsorship. So, Mr. Wastra, we're ready to go here, second half.
That would be here. Jeremiah Heiser, who is in charge of that at Chick-fil-A in Sioux Falls here. So thank you, Jeremiah. And Sioux Falls Christian will start with the ball. Tate Snyder gets it into Cole Snyder. Goodberry gets it into Bruns. Bruns' two-point basket is good. He's got 14. He led the Chargers in scoring the first half with 12, and Aiden Jensen led the Bulldogs with 11 first half points. 35-26. They do get it into Jensen. Jensen goes up strong, scores it. He's got 13. Back to an 11-point game. Mulder, left wing, over to Goodberry, to Bruns. Bruns out to Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder three-pointer on the way is good. He's got 5. 37-29. Brooks takes Mulder strong to the hole. Fouled on the play.
Oh, they're counting the basket.
Is good.
Take a look at this here again as he just drives right here.
That foul is going to be called on Britton Mulder. That's his third. Van Dunkersgood will be checking in. Mulder will take a seat. Brooks will go to the line to complete the three-point play. 10-point game, 39-29. Brooks' free throw is off the mark, and Cole Snyder comes out of the pack with the basketball. Cole Snyder to Tate Snyder. Madison is in the 2-3 zone. They're really extending that 2-3 zone. They get it into Bruns. Bruns over to Cole Snyder to Goodberry to Bruns, and he's going to be fouled by Brooks. That'll be his first, team first of the half.
And nobody really in foul trouble. There is actually number 10 does have 3 fouls for Madison.
Van Dunkersgood, three-point bucket is good. And we're back to a 39-32 game, 6:35 to play. And we're going to have a foul called on Bruns. That's his second.
Here it is, away from the ball, just fighting for position down there.
Callahan, two-pointer on the way. No good. Bruns out of the pack with the board over to Tate Snyder. Snyder up to Van Dunkersgood. Van Dunkersgood to Bruns. Bruns into Goodberry. Goodberry goes up strong, scores it. Griffin Goodberry has 7, 39-34, 6:14 to go, third quarter. Coming back the other way, Brooks, turnaround jumper from 10 is good.
Well, he has a smooth shot. Here's 2 really good plays. Here's the first one from Sioux Falls Christian right here. Big man to big man right there with Goodberry finishing into the left hand. And then back the other way come the Bulldogs in this little turnaround fadeaway shot. That's a tough shot to block.
You know, you really need Ivan Voss vertical to fade away, don't you? See, we have Darcy Wassner in the crowd, the one of the most winningest volleyball coaches in state of South Dakota history.
Yeah, I see she's watching a different game on her phone while this game's going on. Maybe shouldn't point that out, but
it's probably a volleyball match being played somewhere. Cole Snyder inbounds to Tate Snyder. We have a welcome. We got a few people watching from Arizona tonight. Welcome to that crowd. I know Lloyd Scopp is watching. Ethan Bruns, 10-footer on the way, no good.
Ooh.
Callahan out with the rebound. Over to Brooks. Brooks takes it up the left side. He pulls up middle of the paint, scores it. He's got 10. Cole Snyder, three-pointer on the way is good. He's second three of the night. He's got 8. It's a 43-37 game, 6-point lead to the Bulldogs.
He pulled the trigger from only where people like Jay Wowstra dare to pull the trigger from, and that's way outside the three-point line.
The difference between pulling it and having success.
Oh, he's feeling it now.
Cole Snyder, three-pointer, his
And
third
the
three.
student section
Back to a three-point game,
responds in
43-40.
kind.
Brooks up top, gets it
Oh,
knocked
look at
away by
this.
Van Dunker's good.
Boy,
He gets it out to Jensen. Jensen thought about the three. Gets it to Callahan. Callahan back to Jensen. Ball's knocked
nice
away
job.
by Bruns. Cole Snyder over to Tate Snyder. Back to Cole Snyder. To Van Dunker's good to Bruns. Bruns thought about the three.
plenty of time. They don't need to rush it, but
To Van Dunker's good. Cole Snyder to Tate Snyder. Tate Snyder three on the way, no good. And that ball is taken out by Jensen. Jensen to Brooks. Brooks up the right side.
student section would have exploded right there if they would hit that one.
Madison in a 4-out, 1-in type of offense. They get it into Jensen, and the
Good
ball is knocked away by
defense.
Tate Snyder. Up to Van Dunker's good. Van Dunker's good scores it. Van Dunker's good's got
I
5.
feel a
Back to
timeout
a
coming here.
one-point game. 43-42.
See. Well, he's going to let him play.
Sioux Falls Christians clawed their way back in this one. They were down 11. Might have even been down 13 at one point. Jensen, three-pointer on the way is good.
Well, that pours a little bit of water on the fire that the Chargers had going, but it's still a close game.
He's got 16. Back to a 4-point lead. 46-42, 3:23 to go. And we're going to have a blocking foul called on Callahan. That's
Take a look
4.
there.
That's his fourth.
Comes across.
And that will send Ethan Bruns to the line to shoot 2.
Ethan Bruns has 2 fouls himself. Very glad not to have picked up his third right there.
Bruns' first one is off the mark. Mulder checking in. And let's see, who's Meckel's checking in. Callahan sits down with 4. Ethan Bruns scores the second free throw. He's got 15. Brooks over to Jensen. Jensen guarded by Bruns. Meckles. Coming out of the pack is Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder over to Britton Mulder. Ethan Bruns. Ethan Bruns goes up strong. Nothing
good
there.
rebound.
Van Dunker's good. Tried to offensive board. Came up a little short. Brooks comes back the other way, and there's going to be a foul called on. I think that's going to go on Van Dunker's good.
Yeah, the fans don't like it. Here it is again, but there's definitely a lot of contact right there. Boy, he just ran straight into him.
That is on Van Dunker's good. That's his first. Team third of the half. Brooks gets it in. Ball's knocked away. Coming out of the pack is Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder pulls the trigger on the three. No good.
He wanted that one.
Thought he had it. And we set the offense for the Bulldogs. Jensen takes it strong to the hole. Out to the three-point line. Three-point shot taken by Barger. No good. Tate Snyder over to Mulder. Mulder up the left side. Gets it to Cole Snyder. And Snyder will set the offense.
What a pass.
Van Dunker's good to Bruns.
Love that sequence.
Bruns has 17. And we're a 46-45 game with a minute 54 to go. Van Dunker's good. Gets called for his second. That's team fifth. Madison working around the perimeter, kind of in the flex offense again. They get it out to Jensen, 19 to shoot on the shot clock. That ball's knocked away by Bruns. To Snyder, Cole Snyder, Tate Snyder, to Mulder. Tate Snyder, three-pointer on the way, no good. Barger came out of there with the rebound. Brooks on the left side, guarded by Van Dunker's good. Swing it around the perimeter, looking for the cutter. They get it into Brooks. He goes up strong and scores it. He's got 12. Cole Snyder on the wing, out to Tate Snyder, to Cole Snyder. Britton Mulder into Van Dunker's good. Van Dunker's good thought about it. Gets Britton Mulder, three-pointer up and good. Britton Mulder's got 8.
We're all tied up.
48, 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Sioux Falls Christian Charger student body yelling defense. Brooks, nice defensive play by Van Dunker's good. He scored that a few times tonight. And Mulder got a dunk on the other end by Brooks. He's got 14. Tate Snyder at the buzzer, no good. It's a 50-48 game. Sioux Falls Christian down 2. They were down 11 at half, down to a 2-point game.
Well, this is a weird play right here. Take a look at this. Just lost the ball, and Bulldogs make the most of that right there with Brooks, the two-hand dunk. And so the Chargers go into the huddle 2 points down to end this third quarter. We've got a tight one here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back in just a minute. All right, well, we've got 1 quarter to play here at J. Wowster Hall, and I don't know. It's the Chargers had erased an 11-point lead that the Bulldogs had at halftime, and the Bulldogs got a quick steal and a dunk there to finish the third quarter. But the student section's definitely in it. The crowd definitely in it. I'm feeling this is going to be an exciting finish here tonight, Mr. Wowster. What do you think?
I think it could be. We've had a few Sioux Falls Christian Madison exciting finishes over the years. Excuse me, this is shaping up to be one. Madison starts with the ball beginning of the fourth quarter. Callahan off the mark. Jensen had the board, stolen by Van Dunker's good. Van Dunker's good up to Snyder. Snyder into Goodberry. Out to Ingbers. Carson Ingbers on the right side over to Bennett Wassner. Over to Ingbers. To Van Dunker's good. Out to Cole Snyder. 12 to shoot on the shot clock. 7:25 to go, fourth quarter. Bennett Wassner to Ingbers. 5 to shoot. Goodberry, turnaround jumper, no good. That didn't hit any iron.
I don't think that got any rim.
So that's going to be a shot clock violation. That did not get any rim. It will be Madison basketball. Just over 7 minutes to play, 50-48. Brooks into Jensen. Jensen guarded by Goodberry. Turnaround jumper, and we're going to have a push called against Goodberry, I believe. That'll be the 5th team foul of the half.
Yeah, right here he just kind of backs him down, and you can see Goodberry just kind of lay into him just a little bit. We got a couple substitutions coming on. I think Bruns came back in. I'm not sure who else.
Bruns and Mulder came in, I believe. Brooks gets it in. Cole Schneider back to Brooks. Brooks guarded by Goodberry. Comes the flex cut. Brooks, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded to nice two-point bucket by Callahan. 4-point game, 52-48, 6.5 to go. Sioux Falls Christian was down, I believe, as many as 13 in this one. They get it out to Ingbers. Ingbers over to Bruns. Bruns' 16-footer is good. Ethan Bruns has 19. Brooks, two-pointer on the way, no good. Cole Schneider up the right side over to Mulder. Mulder dribble penetrates to Goodberry. Goodberry shot is blocked by Jensen. Coming back the other way. Nice move by Combs. That's his first bucket of the game, and we have a 54-50 game, 5:55 to go. Fourth quarter, Britton Mulder dribble penetrate out to Ingbers. Ingbers thought about it. Did not pull the trigger. Ethan Bruns out to Ingbers. Ingbers will take the three.
Set.
No good. Ethan Bruns back up. Ethan Bruns scores it. He's got 21. 54-52. 5:35 to go. Madison sets the flex offense again. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball is taken out of there by Schneider. Up to Ingbers. Ingbers goes up strong. Nothing there. Gets blocked by Jensen. Ingbers shoots the three, no good.
Oh, he almost came away with the rebound.
Ingbers working hard.
Yeah.
And Brooks goes the other way, and we're going to have a travel called against Brooks. Checking in the game will be Van Dunkersgood and also Barger for the Bulldogs. Ingbers will check out, as will Combs for Madison. A little over 5 to go, 54-52.
Some more substitutions here. I think Coach didn't have.
They didn't have 5 guys on the floor. Cole Snyder sets the offense for the Chargers. Takes a high screen, gets it over to Mulder, into Bruns. Bruns back out to Mulder. Mulder three-pointer on the way, good. Britton Mulder hits the three. It's a 55-54 game. Sioux Falls Christian leads.
Chargers haven't led for a while. They got the lead back.
Over to Van Dunkersgood, into Bruns, out to Van Dunkersgood.
Plenty of time here. Don't need to force anything, but
Mulder
players won't do that.
He's got 3 threes, 58-54, and Madison calls timeout. They're down 4. Britton Mulder's gotten the hot hand, and so is Cole Schneider. They each have 3 threes. I think they're all in the second half. 58-54, 4:26 to play.
Well, Mr. Wester, this is right out of your playbook right here. This is Britton Mulder from way beyond the 3. That's his last one. Student section going nuts right there. This is the one before it. Really identical location. Those threes coming in huge. I'm not sure how many threes we've had this half, but we definitely have had a lot more than the first half. We were not hitting three-pointers in the first half, and it's been huge here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think Chargers were down 13 at one time, and now that was early in the third quarter. They have a 4-point lead with 4:26 to go.
We'll swing over here and give the student section a little love as they just got done with the roller coaster, but the Chargers student section definitely back in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the theme is over there either. We got
I
a few
think
Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah.
Tell you what, you gotta be really smart to be in high school these days to figure out all this theme stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of a full-time job on game nights.
we didn't have a way of communicating when we were in high school what the theme, because the telegraphs just weren't that fast.
Telegraphs were really slow.
And the Pony Express was.
Yeah. And Brooks has got the ball for the Bulldogs coming out of the timeout. They get into Jensen. Jensen makes a move. Jensen scores it.
That was a nice move.
Nice move by Jensen. He's got 18, I believe. Cole Snyder over to Bruns.
That's a nice take.
Bruns is going to be fouled on the play. That's going to be called on I think that's on Callahan. If that's on him, that's his 5th. He fouls out of the game. That is on him.
Take a look at that one again right here before he shoots the free throw. He drives right here. Just a little reach right there. As Bruns prepares to shoot his free throws, he's got 21 points for the Chargers tonight.
Now Mr. Scouten's going to pull him over. Yeah. And the refs didn't like that, so he's pulling him back. Ethan Bruns at the line, shooting 2. 58-56, Chargers lead. 3:59 to go. Ethan Bruns' first one is up and good. That gives him 22 on the night. Second one is off the mark. Brooks comes out of the pack with the board. Brooks sets the offense for the Bulldogs. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ethan Bruns fouled by Jensen. And that is going to be number 3 on Jensen.
Big rebound.
Sioux Falls Christian will maintain possession.
Take a look at that again right here as Ethan Bruns has position, and there's the big swing and throws Bruns off balance.
Madison back into the extended 2-3, actually a 1-3-1 maybe that time zone. They get it into Bruns, out to Mulder. Mulder three-pointer on the way. Good. Britt Mulder got the hot hand, 62-56. Jensen. Jensen right corner, guarded by Ethan Bruns. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ethan Bruns on the rebound, over to Cole Schneider. Cole Schneider up the right side. 3 minutes to go. Mulder thought about it. Gets it into Bruns. Bruns thought about it, over to Mulder. Mulder three-pointer on the way, good.
You can see it coming.
He's got 5 threes this half. 65-56.
It's got to feel good. Just nothing.
He's got 20
a miss right now for him.
Brooks the other way, nothing there. Coming out of the pack with the board is Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder, Britt Mulder. Mulder thought about pulling up from 30, and he does anyway.
We got to show that replay right here. It's a second, and now this one up. Here's the shot that's no good, but he just pulls up right here, right in front of the bench. Says, "Why not?" Steph Curry is my name. Here's the one just before that. He was out in that zone right there again, and you can see. Love the reaction. I'm not sure who that is down there in the hat, but look at this parent's reaction right here in the baseball hat. When he gets the ball, he stands up right here. He's got his arms up, and he's just like, "Yeah!"
Britt Mulder on fire right now.
The student section enjoying the shooting display here of Britt Mulder and the Chargers. Sorry. So thanks for joining us wherever you're watching from tonight. We appreciate it. It's been a fun game. The Chargers definitely swinging the momentum in their favor. It's 2.5 minutes to go, though. We know it's not over.
65-56, 2:29 to go. Charger ball taking it out in front of their own bench. Britton Mulder's got 5 threes. Cole Snyder has 3 threes. They've been warm this half. I'd say on the verge of hot. Ethan Bruns looking inside over to Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder to Ethan Bruns. Ethan Bruns scores it. Referee timeout. Ball got away.
Boy, the Chargers are playing with such confidence right now. Just great penetration and a little nice pass there.
Brooks over to Meckles. Meckles over back to Brooks, looking inside to Jensen. 3-pointer on the way is good by Barger. That's his 3rd 3 of the night. He's got 11. It is a 67-59 game, 1:44 to go. Cole Snyder over to Van Dunkers, good to Goodberry to Bruns.
They're eating some clock here.
Goodberry out to Van Dunkers, good. They need to eat some clock. Get it into Goodberry, so off of Goodberry. It'll be Madison basketball. 1:22 to go. Brooks will take it up for the Bulldogs. 67-59, 8-point lead for the Chargers. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound Mulder. That 3-pointer was by Barger. Britton Mulder over to Van Dunkers, good. Back to Mulder. To Van Dunkers, good. Into Goodberry. And we're going to have a blocking foul called on Meckles.
Here it is again right here as Bruns takes the pass.
And Bruns will go to the line to shoot 2. First one off the mark. Bruns has 24 to lead the Chargers. Britton Mulder has 20. And Del Rapids is led by Jensen with 23, Brooks with 4, or Jensen with 18, Brooks with 14. Ethan Bruns scores the second. He's got 25. Under a minute to play. And we're going to have a foul called on Goodberry. That's going to send Brooks to the line to shoot 2. 52 seconds to go. And we're going to have a full timeout called. We'll be back in a minute. We're back. Coming out of the timeout, Brooks will be at the line shooting at 2 free throws. 52 seconds to go, 68-59. Madison will probably in a position to foul here. Try to get the ball back. They've got 2 fouls to give. Brooks hits the first. And he hits the second. He's got 16. Britton Mulder, right side. Britton Mulder takes it up, and he's going to be fouled by Brooks. That'll be ball out of bounds. That's second foul on Brooks. Sioux Falls Christian will inbound. Jude Van Dunker's good. Will do the inbounding honors. Jude gets it into Mulder. 45 seconds to go. Over to Jude Van Dunker's good. Back to Mulder. 38 seconds to go. 68-61. Britton Mulder crossover. Dribble. He's got a quick one. And we're going to have a foul call that'll send Ethan Bruns to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That foul was called on number 23, Jensen. That's his fourth. 27 seconds to go, 7-point game. Bruns can make it a 9 if he makes both. Misses the first. Coming out of the pack is Brooks. Brooks strong up the right side. Back to Brooks. Brooks guarded by Van Dunker's good. He pulls the 3. Nothing there. Coming out of the pack is Schneider. Schneider loses control. 12 seconds to go. 3-pointer on the way is good. 3-pointer good by Combs. He's got 5. 4-point game. 7.6 seconds to play.
Yeah, unfortunate
to 64.
Right there. Chargers losing the ball, and the Bulldogs capitalizing it. Now just 4 points. Still 2 possessions. So the clock is in the favor of the Chargers, but they're definitely probably going to have to hit some free throws here.
Yeah, there'll be an immediate foul. Well, actually, they'll go for the steal, but there should be immediate foul after that. 7.6 seconds. Again, thank you guys for watching tonight. I don't know how many viewers we have on right now.
Well, right now we're over 1,100 views on the night. That's a pretty good night.
1,100 views.
It's kind of been climbing steadily. It's been a tight game for the most part. I mean, I realize that both teams had a fairly nice lead, but nothing was really safe. And the Bulldogs fighting back now to within 4. They led for quite a bit of the second half. Chargers fought back from 13 points down. On the back of Britton Mulder's 3-point shooting here tonight on display.
Yeah, for the Chargers, Ethan Bruns is leading them in scoring at 25. Britton Mulder's got 20. And for the Bulldogs, Jensen's got 20, or has got 18, and Brooks has 16 to lead Madison. Ethan Bruns will be doing the inbounding. They get it into Goodberry, back to Bruns.
Shooter, yep.
And he's fouled. There's 6.1 seconds to play. Ethan Bruns will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That is on Jensen. It's his 4th personal. Bruns misses the front end, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled again. 3.9 seconds to play.
That should about wrap things up here. If you could just, you can put them away, you can ice it right here for sure.
Bruns misses the front end, and it's going to be a ball game. And that's the final. Sioux Falls Christian comes back from 13 down in the third quarter. Pulls this one out 68-64 over the Madison Bulldogs. That moves Sioux Falls Christian to a 9-0 record. And they will be in action again on the 24th against T-Area. And I believe led tonight in scoring by Ethan Bruns with 25, Britton Mulder with 20. And for the Bulldogs, Jensen had 18, Brooks had 16, and Barger had 11. Also for Sioux Falls Christian, Cole Schneider had 11 as well. So great game here tonight between these two schools. They've played many good ones over the years.
We'll be back on Monday and Tuesday night, I believe, of next week for basketball games again. So home basketball games.
I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and if you're going to hit the golf course in Arizona or Florida, play like Ivan Voss. Have a good night.